affirmation, scripting, visualization, the 369 method, the 5 by 5. Which one actually works? I coach women on money for a living. I've tested all of them on myself with clients, and today I'm ranking every single one. Grab something to write with, and fair warning, some of you are about to get mad at me around minute 4, and then you're going to feel better than you've ever felt in years. Okay, one rule before we start, because it's the lens for every ranking, your body doesn't believe words, it believes evidence. Keep that in your pocket, okay? Paper, like whiteboard, like let's rank. Like let's start ranking. Okay, let's start off the affirmations, right? What is it? Present tense statement. So it's the I am wealthy, repeated until you believe it. Like I am a millionaire, I am a whatever, right? And the honest ranking, like it's a bottom tier for most people. And here is why. If the sentence is like a big leap from your current reality, every repetition triggers your body to fact check, right? And if the fact check fails, right? And your body goes, nope, you're just lying to yourself, right? Then you're not going to be installing that belief. You're rehearsing doubt politely, daily, and all that you're doing is going to be rehearsing doubt after doubt and the doubt of a doubt, right? But okay, so with that being said, when they do work, when the statement is small enough that your body doesn't argue, which is basically no one's affirmation because everybody's told to go big or go home, right? So yeah, most people don't play small. They're like, oh, dream big. So affirmations kind of work when it's small. So let's look at the 369 method and the 55 times 5 method. So what they are, they're writing your desires 369 times a day or 55 times for 5 days, right? So I'm going to rank that as the same tier as affirmations with a bonus problem, volume. It's affirmations with homework. If writing a sentence 55 times made it true, if I'm going to say this, I said what I said, right? Every woman with a journal habit would be a millionaire because the reps aren't the mechanism, and doubling the reps doesn't fix a sentence. Your body, your brain vetoes. So, like, I'm gonna say this to you: save your wrist the time of writing that all down, right? Save your wrist the time. So, the next one, let's rank visualizations and vision boards. So, what it is, it's you're basically mentally rehearsing the life, the boards, the scripting your dream day. We've all had the vision boards. We've all seen vision board parties where we cut out pieces of paper from the magazines and write our dream life on it. And you put it down there. I've been there, done it, got the t-shirt, right? I've been there, done it, right? So I'm gonna rank that as mid-tier, genuinely useful, but not for the reasons you've been told. It won't attract anything by itself. What it does do brilliantly, it gives you a target for you to identify, right? And it gives you an identity and your language. So the problem with it is, right? So if the board is full and your bank account isn't, it's never going to be about the board, right? Because visualization won't, like, without changed sentences, without changed actions, is a very vivid dream. Like, so you can keep the board, but change what you say between the glances at it. Because here's the thing that I found, right? You can have a vision board, you can have a picture up there. Your brain starts filtering it out because it's commonly, think about a piece of artwork that you have in your house. How often do you actually notice it? How often do you actually see it? Even if it's like plastered, like, a picture behind the wall or, the artwork, how often do you actually notice it? Where you actually spend time looking at it, your brain glazes over it. And that's a problem with visualization. It works, but only if you work it and you put action into it and you put steps with it. But just vision boards on its own is not going to give you the life that you want. Because I'm gonna say to you, you can keep the board, but change what you say between it, change what you say around it, right? Because that is what's going to happen. Because here's the thing. Okay, so the next thing, scripting, right? So writing your future in the present tense, that kind of journal style. I'm gonna rank it, right, sneakily high tier, actually. If you script sentences your body can sign off on, scripting works when it's declaration practice. Writing like the woman who decides. It flops when it's fantasy fiction and your nervous system reads it as fiction. So the test is the same as everything else. Does your chest say, no, yeah, right, babe, right? Yeah. While you write it, then it's filed under pretend, right? You've got to check going, can I fully like feel this? Can I embody this? Or am I trying to trick myself? Am I trying to force myself to believe something, right? So, with all that ranking said, what actually works? Because here's a ranking that nobody gives you, top tier. And it's not in anyone's list because it's not sexy. It's not the, oh my gosh, law of attraction, da 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 da. It's not the sexy one. It's a simple one, right? Declarations plus evidence. So what does that look like? One decision. A decision spoken once, like I decide where money goes. I don't do money panic anymore. Small enough to be true the moment you say it, about authority. And it's about authority, not the amount, right? It's about being authoritative. Like I decide where my money goes. I decide where I'm spending my money. Instead of saying, oh my gosh, I can't afford that, you're saying, I'm deciding where my money goes, right? Two, receipt. Get a receipt on the same day. So whether that's sending the invoice, whether that is moving $20 on purpose, whether that is intentionally choosing to not do the cheaper option, intentionally choosing to not go down the discount aisle, right? Make a decision going, I'm no longer going down the discount aisle, right? I'm no longer going down that aisle. Or like I said, I've said before, going and buying the three, four, $5 coffee instead of the $1 coffee, or buying yourself the slightly more expensive lingerie, right? Treating yourself, giving yourself evidence that I choose where my money is spent, not I'm buying according to my budget, right? And that's the problem. A lot of times I see women going, okay, well, my budget says I can only afford this. But is that actually true? Like, there's certain things that you're spending money on that is maybe something that you shouldn't be spending money on, right? But actually deciding, I decide that I'm going to rather invest, and maybe I don't buy, the Stanley Cup or whatever this week, but I buy it next week. But I'm choosing, and that's making a decision. And then you're arming yourself, going, I am making smarter financial decisions and not I can't afford it and draining and making that become a self-fulfilling prophecy. Because that is not what we want. And here's the thing, every technique on today's list is trying to change your beliefs with words alone. But here's the thing, words plus receipts is like it's like the whole freaking cheat sheet. That's the ranking. Like that's the ranking. So I want you right now to comment which technique you've been loyal to. And here's the thing, I reply to everything and I promise not to judge the 369 girlies. Not much, not much, right? Like I'm not gonna judge. I'm like, let's be honest. I'm like, how's your wrist doing? How's it doing? So, with that said, this like if you want the step by step for building declarations that hold, including what to do when the old sentences fight back, which it will within about like 42 hours, right? All of that is inside Rewire the Rules of Money. The link below, it's a method I wish somebody had handed me before I spent years arguing with the mirror, before I spent years filling up journals with things and wondering, going, why is this not working? Why I was sort of like haphazardly manifesting certain things, but couldn't actually truly get traction. So I put it all there for you. Go and check it out. The link's in the bio.